What's the dumbest reason you have heard for a couple getting divorced? Cousin's friend was so addicted to golf that his wife divorced him for it. Apparently she gave him a chance to play less, but he just flat out refused. It was work and golf only, and dude has 2 kids. I saw something on the news about a woman who divorced her husband because he didn't understand her like ChatGPT does. The story about a couple who were married for decades, but divorced so the surviving spouse wouldn't get hit with medical bills when their seriously ill spouse died. The U.S. medical system is so badly broken. To quote him, because I didn't realize marriage would mean I'd actually have to be faithful. That the husband didn't post about her marriage on social media. 1 week after the wedding she told him she didn't love him anymore, but felt like she deserved the wedding, and that is why she didn't say anything sooner. They got their divorce finalized a month after their wedding. One likes to keep the windows open, and the other likes ack. Not dumb as in, oh my god, I can't believe you guys got divorced for that reason, but, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. So dumb. A friend of mine got divorced the night of his wedding. Lots of people noticed that 2 of the bride's male cousins who were supposed to give a speech did not show up to the wedding and weren't answering their phones. Turns out they went to the groom's parents' house. The groom also lived there taking care of his parents to rob the place. The parents found out as soon as they got home. Everyone put 2 and 2 together. Plus the neighbor's camera caught the bride's cousins going into the house through a side door that led to the garage, and then using the driveway to load shit into a truck. My sister was with her partner for over 10 years with an 18-month-old son when her husband was laid off during COVID. He rode his motorcycle around during the day and would frequent a local bar. That led him to joining a motorcycle gang, Hell's Angel style. After months of pleading, she gave him the ultimatum of his family or the gang. He chose the gang. Short version. His mum, allegedly, owed her mum money, but his mum denied it. Mums got into a fist fight, and she stood by her mum, and he stood by his. Filed for divorce the same day. Dude I work with got divorced BC his wife was sick of being ignored for Xbox. He would come home and get straight on and stay up late into the night playing games. And not even good. Mainstream titles, those games that you pick up for like $99 on the Xbox store. I know some of them are good, but apparently he picked really shitty ones. It got so bad that he quit taking care of their relationship, their animals, their house, and even his own hygiene. He came home one day and she was gone. Note left on the Xbox. He said it was short and to the point. I gave you chance after chance. You choose this over us, and that's on you. Get it together. Goodbye. That I never listen. Or something. My parents knew a couple that got divorced because of which way the toilet paper roll should go. Obviously there were other things going on, but that was the straw that broke the camel's back. My cousin and his wife divorced because they strongly disagreed about how they should handle the fact that their adult son got caught smoking weed. They have 3 kids, were married for 25 years, and the answer was clearly, we should do nothing. This is his minor problem. Because she asked him about using a hall pass on a man she met on a cruise while on a girl's trip. Oh wait, that's a damn good reason. I have heard about someone who divorced his wife to allow her to marry his father. His father, who was very old, then married his daughter-in-law, because after his demise the widow will get the government pension. Someone jokingly asked a hypothetical question over who would get the pets if they ever divorced it. PS. www.reddit.com. AskReddit. We weren't married, but engaged. He abandoned our very, very good relationship out of the blue. One of the reasons he came up with, I took too long to get my house ready to sell to move into his. He never voiced this concern, did not ever question my progress, or lack thereof. Once we broke up, it took me about 3 weeks to prepare it and list on the market, and it sold in 5 days. Above asking, I've decided to move hours away up north. The best part? He has an income property that we were also putting on the market. It took him 4 months to prepare, and he even decided to take us both to Mexico on vacation during this time. It's been on the market for almost 90 days. Totally acceptable for him to drag his feet, but not me. Hey Kyle, you completely suck. He threw away my $80 Sol de Janeiro spray, because he said it smelled like other girls. Bestie, it smells like vanilla. Family friend's kid. The guy stopped flushing the toilet during some running dispute with his wife. It was the last straw. One of my neighbor's wife knew the dog pooped in the house before she left for work. She just left it in the house all day because she knew he'd be home first. He came home, cleaned it up, aired out the house, and asked for a divorce. Getting cancer and then cooking meth to get money to pay for his treatments and provide money for his family. A Japanese woman filed for divorce after her husband described Frozen as just an okay movie. She reportedly told him, "If you can't see what makes this film great, there's something wrong with you." My friend's ex read The Secret and decided he could manifest someone better. I don't know, for every dumb reason you know about, there's a million other little reasons below the surface. It doesn't matter because if the reason sounds dumb, there's a good chance it wasn't the real reason. Knew a guy who was married to a lovely woman. He was the only married friend, and he was really jealous of his friends who were still bringing women home from bars. So he got a divorce so he could basically just be a bachelor and sleep with a lot of women. Unfortunately for him, he's not a great-looking guy, and he had a very caustic personality. So his ex moved on and remarried a nice man while he is a lonely, bitter incel, taking every opportunity to rant about what disgusting witches women are because they don't all want to have a one-night stand with him. Read a story out of Florida, of course it's Florida, where a couple divorced because the husband wanted to keep a pet alligator. Out of all the Florida man stories, this is the most tame and normal. A psychic told my sister they will find their true love, so she decided this was the call to divorce her husband. A week after getting married, the guy decided that the wedding ring doesn't suit him after all. Not divorced, but I know a couple that separated because she dreamed that her husband was cheating on her, and she could no longer trust him. She had a dream he died, and she didn't want to be a widow. Well, I heard about this blind black white supremacist who divorced his wife. Forgot the reason. My brother's wife just divorced him basically because she wanted to go out and party again and live the single life. He wanted her to be a housewife. She had been for about a decade, but all the kids were in school all day and she was bored at home by herself. He wanted her there when the kids got home from school and she wanted to get a job, so they divorced. After, the kids came home from school to an empty house, same as they would have anyway. The main thing he said he wanted, and he blew up his marriage and still didn't get it. There is no dumb reason if a dumb reason is all it takes to divorce. All the more reason that the marriage should be dissolved. I once heard of a couple blaming the divorce on how the dishwasher was loaded. Obviously that was really the reason. Sometimes the dumb reason is just the final tiny argument after years of resentment nobody dealt with. Because he wouldn't take out the trash. There was so much more than that, the trash just happened to be the straw. I asked him to put a pot of water on the stove to boil before I got home from work so I could make spaghetti when I got there in about 10 minutes. I got home, look at the stove, and there is a pot of water just sitting there, cold as ice. That was it for me. I kicked him out the next day. My friends, a married couple, both quit their jobs during COVID and moved to Berlin just because it had a great techno party scene. It didn't work out. Not the dumbest reason for divorce, but in my book, the dumbest reason to uproot your lives and move somewhere during a freaking pandemic. Oh, and they divorced within a year after moving. Forgot to mention. My brother got divorced less than 6 months after his wedding. She decided that she didn't feel heard about how stressful his overnight job was. The job he took a year before they started planning the wedding. The job he took to be able to pay off her credit card debt. Oh, and the $4,000 her parents gave her for the wedding? She blew it on weed and didn't like that. He was irritated about the loan he had to take out to cover the wedding.